Serve up holiday magic from Whole Foods Market. Save on organic spiral cut bone-in ham and curated cheeses. Plus, explore limited time finds and gifts for every gathering. Shop Whole Foods Market in-store or online. Terms apply.
The first ever Kia K4 seamlessly combines bold style and advanced tech. With striking star map LED headlights and an available panoramic display, the Kia K4 delivers design and function. The available surround view and blind spot view monitors can help provide added confidence. Plus, Sirius XM comes standard, bringing you closer to what you love. The Kia K4 balances aesthetics and innovation. Learn more at kia.com/K4. Surround view and blind spot view monitors may not detect all objects around or behind the vehicle.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, you ask me. I'll tell you anything. We had her keep the harness on because it made her look like Santa. Oh, that's it. You guys, this is the holiday episode of Ask Iliza Anything. And Emily's here in person. We're not going to tell her other job that she's moonlighting as the co-host of the show, even though it's more important. And I appreciate all of you who wore fun holiday outfits, even though a lot of them are seated in the back. But I still really appreciate it. We'll have to get a picture or something.
But if you didn't wear one, it's okay because we just told you at like 2:30 p.m.
Okay,
2:21. Do you hear that? 2:21 because I thought the same.
You took a train? There's a train?
Katie,
that's amazing.
Right? This is Katie. She took a train from San Diego.
That's so East Coast elegant, Katie. I do want to say that this morning when you were texting me, like miserable on your way to the Atlanta airport, I was saying, hey, we should give them a heads up to wear like festive holiday garb. And you're like, no, I'm not. And then I was like, come on, you're like, they're already at work. And I'm like, can we? And it took you like in my kitchen for me to be like, will you send it now? And you were still like, scream.
You were texting, I was in the air on the plane.
So text these people.
I didn't have all their emails.
I said, give me the password to the account
and
that
then
you like.
I sent you that screen recording of what the account looks like, and you said, never mind.
I didn't know what that was.
Right.
You sent me a screen grab of all the emails like a
just
psycho.
Like how they're organized.
You sent me a PDF of the emails.
Right. So I would need to go into that. I feel like we should be talking about the holidays.
This is what the holidays are about, fighting. With the person that you love to hate the most.
Taking a very small thing and making it very big.
Folks, this holiday episode, I got this candle in Vermont. It says product of Quebec, Canada, but it's like right there. Thank you. Can you smell it? Yes. Okay, good.
Well, you didn't ask if they liked it.
Nope. I'm not interested in the opinion. I just want to know if you can smell it.
I was still certain that was soup this whole time.
Hot Scotty. Hot Scotty, everyone. Certain that it's soup. So this is a holiday episode. I think about the holidays all year long while I'm trudging through an airport on the way to do my favorite thing in the world, but literally the other 99% of my time is absolutely miserable. And I think about the holidays, and I've been thinking about doing this episode. I think our show at its core is a great place for people because you get to take a vacation from your problems in the problems of others. And the holidays really exacerbate that. Thank you. And I feel like this episode, this is like quintessential Ask Iliza Anything because we're getting into holiday drama, which is the most delicious, steaming hot cup of drama anyone could sip on.
Well, and this is the Holiday SOS episode.
Holiday SOS. And so we're going to start with the best part of the holidays, if you are an American consumer, the presents. Let's open some presents. There was that sound effect of... As I was producing this, I was like, and then we'll do a sound effect of a gift being open, which really just sounds like a large rat eating a Subway sandwich.
Yeah. Did you hear it? Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Do it again. Tearing into that on his rat lunch break. We're going to be talking about holiday gifting questions because everybody it gets a little stumbled when it comes to what kind of gifts, how do you receive a gift? And throughout the show, we're going to be threading in from you, the audience in studio, your worst Christmas gifts received.
Any holiday. It could be a Hanukkah gift.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had to bring this, and I was backstage with my dad. I go, I got a Hanukkah stocking. He goes, Hanukkah stocking? We don't do stockings. I was like, it was the only thing I had that said Happy Hanukkah because the rest is like Gentile heaven. And so this was the best I could do.
I think it's important for people to know Iliza brought all these decorations from her home and set them all up before the show.
These are my decorations. I love Christmas.
This is what you really want to do.
Is decorate for Christmas.
Run like a Christmas ornament store.
Yeah, that's what I want, Emily. That seems handcrafted Jewish Christmas ornaments and have no customers. These are fan questions. These are questions that you wrote in about the thing that has plagued mankind since the first caveman had a cave warming party. Gift giving questions. So we're going to start with the first one.
Yes, we have a question written in from Lindsay. My name is Lindsay, and I have a holiday question specifically about receiving gifts that I do not want. Every year, my mother asks me and my siblings for a list of things we want for Christmas, and every year, I don't get anything on the list. I try to include a variety of items ranging in price, things like mugs and glass hummingbird feeders, and every year,
things like
2 top gifts. Every year, I wonder why she asked for lists in the first place. Here's the main thing. My mom will not stop getting me Gilmore Girls related gifts.
If you're out on the road. We can't play any more than that, and even that might get the episode taken down.
This has been going on for a few years now, and I honestly don't know where she picked it up. I have not watched this show since I was in middle school, and even then I just kind of thought it was fine. I was a Friends girly.
You know, like every person in every foreign country who watches a rerun, you know, a Friends girly. You know, you're super unique. Okay.
I was going to play that song, but there's a lawsuit pending from the previous one.
I think it's a federal crime to pay that.
This year, she has already surprised me with a Gilmore Girls advent calendar, which, again, while I think it's very sweet,
Like, I wish I had that.
I don't want her. I honestly don't want or need any more Gilmore Girls stuff in my house. Do I just shrug it off and say it's a thought that counts, or is there a way to kindly tell her I had developed new interests in the last 15 years and to please stop getting me Gilmore Girls things?
Okay, so great question. Thank you for writing in, Lindsay. I think our parents always like crystallize us in amber in their minds as a certain way. Like, I am 41. I know, but like, could play like a 37-year-old. Or like a really tired 35-year-old. My mom to this day will always be like, oh, look, a little Victorian house with a white picket fence. You love Victorian houses, which is the main thing everyone knows about me is how much I love Victorian houses. But I said it when I was in elementary school, and that's the thing now. And so it comes from a place of love. But I think if for no other reason than on behalf of the planet and your sanity for keeping your house clutter-free, you have to sit your mom down and be like, you have to just say it. What's the worst that could happen? She doesn't get it for you anymore. I think as women, we're always afraid like, oh my God, what if I say the thing that I mean and then what I want happens? Like, what if I got the thing that I always wanted? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Or she skips a year. It doesn't sound like you really need anything. And also, like, hopefully your mom's not so immature that you telling her, I understand that, like, you'll always be her little girl, but maybe say that to her and just maybe be like, it's so sweet, but like, I really have no use for them and I really just don't need these anymore, but I would love one of the things on my list because I actually could use those things. And if she doesn't hear it, you got a bigger problem because your mom's a bitch.
Oh my God. I think our question asker is worried about offending their mom.
Is she here? Okay. The mom is here. The mom's like, I heard. Yeah, but you're right. But this idea, it's like, Noah always talks about like the Japanese concept of like giving something and like Japanese culture. It's like you have to give something and they have to reject it and you have to offer it. And in the end, no one was happy that they offered it or received it. And so it's this idea that like, I don't want to offend you, so I'll let you keep doing something that's making me unhappy. Wouldn't they also get joy from giving you something that you wanted?
I want to know where she's getting them all. Like, does she have a discount to the Warner Brothers
You just
store?
want Gilmore Girls stuff.
I have been given.
Where could you be getting it?
okay, I've been given several Gilmore Girls mugs, and I think they're like, it's a white girl. She'll like this. And maybe that's the mom is like, my kid's white. She'll like Gilmore Girls.
You think her baby boomer mother is taking into account race when gifting the Gilmore Girls? She's like really thinking about that?
Yeah, you're a girl.
That's a crazy thing to say, by the way. No, remember the daughter loved it, and in her mind, that's her little girl.
But the daughter never loved it. The daughter said it was fine.
It doesn't
she was into
matter.
Friends. Why doesn't the mom remember her just watching Friends all the time?
Why doesn't my mom remember that I love Spanish EDM? Because I didn't talk about it as much as the Victorian house. Like, why doesn't my mom know that, like, I enjoy reggaeton? Because we've never bonded over it. And I have a child who's 2.5, and to this day, we still quote her from when she was like 1.5, saying like, "Peace, Sierra, do it," when she wanted to do something on her own. And she doesn't sound like that anymore. And we're always like, remember when you used to say peas? And she's like, I don't, and I don't fucking know you. So the mom, it's coming from a good place. The daughter needs to acknowledge it and be like, but what I would really love is this, and I really don't want any more Gilmore Girls stuff. You don't need to be like, and I never even liked it anyway, you fucking idiot. You just need to move on. And hopefully she'll hear you. And if not, like I said, it's a bigger issue. So. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. One of my favorite parts about the holidays is planning. Planning get-togethers, planning fun things we're going to do, parties, stuff like that, and being with my friends and with my family. But weirdly, those are also the things that are the most stressful. Therapy is a great way to get centered, especially over the holidays when you're going to be pulled in a million directions. And I know the holidays are all about stress-free, time with family, relaxing, but that's not what it is for any of us. It's a good idea to stay centered and not lose your mind. I mean, you deserve that this holiday season. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Wouldn't it be great to hop on with a therapist before you take a cross-country flight with connections to go sit with your Aunt Gladys? All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Iliza today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Iliza.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. With this season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything on your list. Exclusive games, huge jackpots, and exciting rewards. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code Iliza because the holiday cheer is here. And this is fun for every adult in your family. Only on DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
To me, the best part about gift giving is gifting someone something they wouldn't normally get for themselves. Something luxurious, something that they don't know that they're missing. For quality gifts at an affordable price, there's Quince. Quince lets you treat your loved ones and yourself this holiday season to everyday luxury at affordable prices. From 14-karat gold jewelry to Italian leather handbags, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. You know me, I'm all about a capsule wardrobe, and I am gifting essential pieces from Quince to my loved ones this holiday season. I got our nanny a Mongolian cashmere wrap sweater in camel. Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/Iliza for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/Iliza to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Iliza.
Next question.
All right, another question. Hello, all. I look forward to your thoughtful advice every week. I've listened religiously since the podcast's inception. The banter between the two of you is unparalleled.
You hear that? You?
Me. I consider Iliza to be an aficionado when it comes to giving gifts. She always seems to know exactly what people want, need, or appreciate. I need to know, what makes the best first impression for a potential future mother-in-law? I'm going across the country to Connecticut to meet all of my boyfriend's family for the first time this year for Christmas. We've been together for a year. He has met all my family, but I haven't met any of his yet. I'm feeling very nervous. I truly love this man and want to be with him forever. It seems like the last solidifying factor is making a good impression on his family, particularly his mother. She is a highly educated, independent, and musically talented woman in her early 70s.
Boring. What do you get her, like sheet music? Like,
Get her Gilmore Girls advent
I was going to say,
calendar.
get her. It's a Lorelei dartboard. I've never seen the show. That was
The
the only
dartboard would be
reference
of Taylor Deuce?
Ask them.
Doozy. Dosey. See? You all would love a Gilmore Girls advent calendar.
Yeah, Lindsay, hook it up. Send it all this way, care of Emily Higgins and company.
So she's highly educated. Apart from that, I really don't know much about her. When I've asked my boyfriend what her hobbies are, he has told me not to worry about it and that he's not planning on getting his family anything for Christmas.
Ew.
This doesn't feel right to me. I think the gesture is what's most important. Eliza, what did you get Noah's mom when you first met her? Or what was your first present to her? This knowledge will put my mind at ease.
First of all, I definitely was not like, oh, my mother-in-law, madame, here's a gift. We met at dinner.
Yeah.
I didn't get her a gift, but when I read this question, I remember the first time I went to visit Noah's brother and his, at the time, wife. And, you want to make a good impression. So I bought a really nice candle, like sampler, like it's a Whitman sampler, like candle gift set from, is it pronounced like Voluspa?
I
said
didn't
that? Yeah?
pronounce
Voluspa? That's not what I said. I said Voluspa, and you were like, yeah. But you know what I meant. But you think it's Voluspa. Why are you pointing? Do you work for it?
No, but they're in Irvine, and I live in Orange County.
But have you heard them say it? Or okay, all right. She's very
Voluspa.
yes. Voluspa? It sounds like an Oprah vajayjay synonym. Anyways, it was one of the, I don't like that name.
Okay, you
I
bought
appreciate
that.
though, I said it wrong and you, in your own context, said it right. It was like the tinnitus doctor. I told a physician the other day in a
You
casual
talked about this on the podcast that's coming out.
Well, I haven't heard it yet. I said, I think I have tinnitus. And he goes, well, tinnitus is a serious issue. And I was like, don't you fucking mansplain. No, I was just like, it is, but that sounds as dumb as bruschetta. So I'm going to keep saying bruschetta. And I'm going to keep saying tinnitus as in like I got the itis in my fucking ear. I'm not going to say, I'm not a doctor. I don't have to say it correctly. I'm not a doctor. I bought his then wife, and they did separate, and I would like my money back. Just a really nice high-end candle set. Every woman loves ambient lighting, nice candles, scented or not, bath stuff. So just get her something nice, and you can always get her something that you're like, even though you guys are not the same age, you can always get her something that's like cool. Like this is the new thing. This is the big thing. This is the big candle. This is the big thing. So I wanted you to have one. Here's something that I love within reason. You're not going to get her like a pair of like Bose headphones. Like they're for listening to rap. You're a music enthusiast. You must love it. Something that, and it's not about expensive, but something of value versus like, I got this candle at Home Goods. We can all tell it's from Home Goods because it's a weird fragrance mix, like cranberry winter. And you're like, is that a smell? So, not to shame Home Goods, I was there yesterday.
The other problem though, is that the boyfriend's just like, oh, we're not getting anything for the family.
This is your time to not only shine, but supplant him as the heir to that musical fortune.
She's very educated, so.
You want to show that you're the thoughtful person. The fact that you're thinking about this shows that's why you and the boyfriend go together, because he's a turd and you're a woman who cares. So show up, bring a nice gift, one that's thoughtful. The fact that you brought anything at all, this mother will be bowled over because her son is so inconsiderate because he's busy playing lacrosse at UConn or something. Like, she will be like, oh my God, this girl was raised well. You want to show her like, I am marriage material. You want that mom in there fighting for you when your boyfriend is having second thoughts. You want mom to be like, look what she got me. It's a soap. And he'll be like, I guess so. You really want to outshine him. And that is always my goal. At any family event to be like, I'm the best one. Because I was the first one.
All right, I think it's time to
You have a twin, so you don't know what it's like to be older.
No, I'm actually a couple minutes younger.
That's one of those weird, like no one cares. That's one of those.
Well, no one cares. We're not identical, so no one cares. It's the same
you're
as being
not?
siblings.
I thought you guys were
Fraternal.
identical.
No. You think I wouldn't tell you if there were two of me?
You didn't tell me you were a twin for like the first
it's
5 years of
When
employment.
you're fraternal twins, it's like separate eggs or whatever. It's like the same as just two kids.
Yeah. Nope. You're still weird twins. You still share some amniotic fluid. Like there's still something back and forth.
Yeah, you have to have the same birthday and split the cake and both decide half of it.
What's worse, being a twin and having to share everything, or having your birthday on Christmas and nobody celebrates both for you? We'll be right back.
Wow.
There's no commercial. Christmas? Okay, you guys all. That was resounding.
Really unanimous.
Yeah. Yeah, no one has time to celebrate you twice. You're not the firstborn.
Well, so I think it's a good time to get some people sharing the worst holiday gift.
I would like to hear from Scott screened some of you. That sounds like you have rabies. I want to hear one of the best worst holiday gifts.
Jordy, where's Jordy? There you go.
Are you in a festive holiday sweatshirt? Would you like to come up?
Hello.
Hi, Jordy.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Happy holidays. Let's hear Jordy's worst Christmas gift she's been given.
Okay. So, this was a gift given to me by a ex's mother.
While you were still together.
While we were still together.
Okay.
Yeah, this very like well-intended, nice woman. But she gave me a box of leftovers, and in that was 2 bras. And I was very much like, oh, thank you. And like kind, because like, how do you respond to that? But she was a nice lady, and she always commented on the fact that we looked alike because we both had red hair and we had similar body types.
Oh.
You're like, you are 50 years older than me.
Yes. So I never wore the bra, but I was very polite about it.
When you say a box of leftovers, we immediately all thought like Chinese food.
I thought underwear.
You thought underwear?
I got loose underwear and bras.
What was in that box?
It was bras, denim shorts, and nail polish.
Was the nail polish expired?
Good question.
She's like, was it separated?
I feel like I took it out and shook it a little bit.
Is it
Okay.
possible that the bras were accidentally in there and she just didn't want to walk it back? So she was just like, yeah, she seems to be okay with it.
She loves this.
She had me open it in front of her.
Oh.
And you were just like,
And I was like, no. And she was like, I think that'll fit.
How
she's
did
like, go try it on.
How did the boyfriend feel when that happened?
He's like, I'm so turned on. Put it on right now. You look just like my mom.
That's what the mom
You feel
is
just
doing.
like her too. What?
That's what it sounds like the mom was setting up.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
Thank
Did
I'm
you
glad
throw
you guys
them
aren't
out?
together anymore.
No, we're not.
Okay.
No.
What's his name?
Don't say it. No.
No? Not say it.
No.
Okay.
Danny.
Oh.
Fuck you, Danny.
No.
And your weird mom.
Yeah.
I hope your new girlfriend likes wearing old bras. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
I was like, I don't want to leave her up there.
Right.
I love your skirt.
I know.
It's very cute.
Did the bras smell more like food or like sweat?
What did it taste like?
It was one or the other, let's be honest.
I guess if it was like a really nice bra, like never worn, but this sounds like a worn-in mom bra. Like a maiden form bra, yeah.
It came riding in on a denim horse.
Like a Le Mystere, straps, ugly bra, battle worn.
Do you want to do another question or another
Let's
gift?
do another question from the
Question?
Let's Open Some Presents.
Yeah, our last one.
The rats are back. It sounds like you're trying to open a candy bar
It's
in
so
a class.
frail. Yeah, it's so frail.
That was the loudest part of the sound.
Is the
The rest was very quiet of that sound effect.
yeah.
Any mild enjoyment in here will completely drown that sound out.
Okay, let's just all be quiet while the rat enjoys its lunch. Go ahead. It's not. Oh, it's long. I just feel like it's not actual gift giving sound because there's no one being like, oh my God. It's just like a quiet Amish family on some like weird version of Christmas. Just.
For next Christmas, I'll go out and record myself like rooting through a dumpster so we get a really robust sound.
It's just this and it's just, what the fuck is this?
Get out of here.
Gilmore Girls. All right.
Hi, Eliza and Emily.
Just kidding. We're
How,
gonna
the question is, how little can we play so that we can keep it in the
That was
YouTube?
it. That was what I
That's
just did.
it? Everybody's favorite. Okay.
Hi, Eliza and Emily. It's that lovely time of year again where I do something small for my coworkers for the holidays. In the past, I've made them cute little hot chocolate packets, cookie boxes, and knitted ornaments. This year, though, I'm not feeling very festive in my department. With my department, as there's been a lot of internal drama. I know Eliza would like to hear all of the drama.
I would love, in a separate question on a non-holiday, to hear about your job as head nurse, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Shift supervisor. I would love to know.
The condensed version is a nurse I work with. Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you the worst part is? I read that question, forgot she was a nurse, made the joke in earnest, and was as surprised as you were just now. How funny I am.
A nurse I work with attempted to get me fired in regards to a medication error made by a second nurse. Nurse 1 accused me of making the error, an attempt to keep nurse 2 out of trouble. As I am infusion pharmacy technician, make IV drugs and chemotherapy for patients.
I always thought robots made those. Like it
No,
comes
this
in the back. Is anyone
person-
here a nurse? Like it just comes to the hospital. No?
No.
You have to make it there?
You what?
Is this you? No, that's not her. There's another compound pharmacy nurse?
Because it says,
No, they're made by the annoying pharmacy tech who says that they already sent it up.
We do say that because it's there.
Oh!
Is it time to bring back Fight Me?
Nurse beef. It's Nurse Fight Club. Can you come down here?
what,
Come,
for a fight?
Can you come too? I
Are
gotta
you
get
going to make
this.
them fight each other?
Because as the patient. There we go. In fact, give him your seat.
You're just going to have them do the pod?
All right.
Here we go.
You're in the red corner over here. We go.
As someone who has been, who has had to deal with, say, poor customer service when it comes to a biopsy, are you a nurse too?
I'm a nurse.
Fighting out of the North Corner. Where are you from?
I'm from Long Beach.
Fighting out of Long Beach, California. Do you want to say your name?
Erin.
It's Erin, and fighting out of Rialto, California. We have nurse or pharmacist. What are you?
Pharmacy tech.
Pharmacy tech?
Amy.
Amy.
I think they should weigh in on this question.
Yeah, that's fine. Should we do it Lincoln Douglas style? Isn't that like you have the rebuttal, and then you do it? Is anyone else
Is this from school?
Yeah, it was a little bit.
She's saying nurse 1. Okay, we'll read the question again, and then we'll let you go.
Okay.
And then when it stops being funny, you guys will go back.
Okay, so nurse 1 blamed our question asker.
Okay.
Nurse 2 made the mistake, and nurse 1 was trying to protect nurse 2. But it says pharmacy management intervened. The nurse was reprimanded for making false allegations.
Well, wait, that's not the but
So-
she's saying she said I was like, I thought all those things arrived to the hospital, and she's saying no, I have to make them, and then you guys started fighting.
Yes.
Right.
Well, so one of your coworkers screwed up and blamed another coworker.
Who fucked
Well,
up?
because pharmacy always accuses us of not knowing where it is.
What
so-
kind of nurse
you
are
don't.
you?
I'm an ICU nurse.
Fuck, I don't want to make you look bad. I don't want you
You're both
shitting on a nurse
tonight.
at Christmas. Pharmacy always accuses the nurses, and the nurses always say it was a pharmacy, right?
Oh, of course, because we're not there to defend ourselves in front of the patient.
Right.
So-
I would do that too.
No. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would scapegoat
I would
anyone.
100% tell the patient it was the other person. It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
I did it.
I always
I
tell
would
the
throw a
patient.
sick child under the bus to keep my job.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
In defense, give your defense, and then you can give yours. And then if you guys want to like arm wrestle,
no, we're going to finish the question with them.
okay, fine.
I mean, there's only so many places the medication can be, but they always accuse us of not having looked before we ask for it.
Amy,
It's true. They don't look. I don't know how many times I go upstairs and it's where it's. Oh, I don't know how many times I go upstairs and it's where it's supposed to be. And the nurse is in the room.
Not Aaron.
let him come.
To be fair, yesterday it happened 3 times. Twice we were right. Once you guys were right.
But that was just.
see, we're
That was
coming
just
together
yesterday.
for the holidays.
I'm honest about it.
How about a hug from 2 opposing sides?
Let's get them to answer the question first.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question at the end of the day is, would you still do anything for them? Make them cookies, etc. I've been thinking about doing a general gift for the whole department, just 10 people. Or should I say, screw it, do nothing at all this year? Would love to hear your thoughts on what you would do in this situation. Have a very happy holiday season with all your lovely little ones. Victoria.
Ding, 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 Aaron.
Wait, is she like planning to do things for like 8 of the 10?
No, I think
Or
everyone.
just-
I think it's
She
all
makes
10 or none.
She makes a gift for everyone every
For
year.
everyone.
And this year she's like, I don't want to give it to that nurse because
To
she
anyone.
tried to get me fired. She's like, what do I do? I want to make a gift. What do I do?
I mean, I'm petty enough that I'd say like,
Yeah.
fuck everyone else and just, do nothing.
do nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So you go full nuclear. You say nothing. No one gets
gifts.
anything.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Okay.
I have a
Different
different
take.
answer.
Well, let's hear it.
Everybody gets something, and then one of them has a special treat in it, like a laxative or something.
now it's warfare?
Well, if
sorry,
she tried
wait.
to get me fired.
What hospital do you work at? She's like, and when I don't like the cut of their jib, I just make them go diarrhea. Thank you.
Well, if she tried to get me fired.
She did. Yeah. Okay.
But there's not a single unit around that doesn't share. So that
Well,
laxative's going to go to the wrong person.
If it's a small group, you get individual. Like, oh, I made this for you.
Give me the hot chocolate packet for each person.
Just
Their
want to
names
talk
on
about
it.
One
the
has-
diversity on this stage. Here we have a person who has decided to go nuclear. Everyone gets iced out. Fuck the holidays and fuck you. And then you're like, you said you're petty, but she's vengeful. Which one's better? Because you're like, I'm going to make your butthole hurt a little bit this holiday season.
Just a little.
Only one of you will go to jail, and it's going to be you.
They'll never know.
They'll never know because you're going to blame. Why don't you two ladies shake it out, hug it out, whatever you're comfortable with. That's a good resolution. And I love that. Thank you. I don't feel bad about all of my angry thoughts and all of the petty and vengeful things that I think, feel, and do. My answer was simply make a plate of cookies for everyone. That's normal. That way, because she was doing individualized gifts, like everyone got one. You leave the plate in the break room, and then you write "Happy Holidays" from whatever your name is, and you're done. That way, you gave the gift because you're hoping to get gifts back.
Yeah.
And that lady can take one, although they'll be weird if she did, but it wasn't a personal gift to her. That way, you still look good. You don't have to think about her, and that's it. Or you make 12 cookies, and there's 13 people, and then there's no reason to do that. Just make them for everyone, and just say nothing. And that's it.
Whenever there's a plate of cookies or donuts, somebody comes in and they're like, I'm just going to cut off a quarter of one and take that. And it's like, who's going to eat that other 3/4? You?
That same
swoop in.
person. That same person ends up eating 6 donuts.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's clean. You can see the straight edge. You can see it's a clean
where
break.
they cut cleanly a third or cut
You just
half.
see a bite. You just see rat teeth. I've noticed that, at least since I've had my babies, that I smell differently when I sweat. Maybe I'm just like getting older. I don't know, but I smell differently. And I don't love that. If I'm on set or if I'm on stage or if I'm doing anything like functioning in public and I don't want sweat stains or to be aware of my stinky, stinky pits, that's when I turn to Lumi Whole Body Deodorant because it keeps me smelling fresh all day. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, under boobs, right ladies, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, your feet. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Well, unlike certain traditional deodorants that may try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. If you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off the starter pack. Use code Iliza for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. That's code Iliza at LumiDeodorant.com.
The first ever Kia K4 seamlessly combines bold style and advanced tech. With striking star map LED headlights and an available panoramic display, the Kia K4 delivers design and function. The available surround view and blind spot view monitors can help provide added confidence. Plus, Sirius XM comes standard, bringing you closer to what you love. The Kia K4 balances aesthetics and innovation. Learn more at kia.com/K4. Surround view and blind spot view monitors may not detect all objects around or behind the vehicle.
it's time for an audience question.
Okay, to the holiday meet.
Well, we don't have a holiday meet, but you wanted to intro us sad holiday vibes.
I'm calling it the holiday meet because this is the meat of the show, which is where we have the audience that's here has questions. This is the meat of the live show. So it's holiday meet. And the first question it's not specifically holiday, but it's giving sad holiday vibes. I feel like you could play it if you've warped it, right?
That's legal. ASCAP.
You're going to take me to court for that? I'll be like, it was obviously an artistic interpretation from Satan.
Now, this is the question from Nicole L.
Where are you? In the back?
Yes.
Okay.
So it wasn't specifically holiday, but we're perverting every question into a holiday question.
Perverting.
Converting.
That's what Christmas is all about. We're making it fit into a theme because we're producing a show.
Yes, but you can still do your, you don't have to
come down 'cause
pretend.
you got a cute sweater on.
I need some advice. My boss shares way too much with me at work. And by the way, not a nurse. I work in product development and skincare. So, yeah.
Ooh. You look great.
Thank you. So I just started working with my boss like earlier this year. I could tell she likes me a lot. You know, we chat. She's a nice lady. And I noticed that she kind of started like talking shit about I can say shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the internet.
Okay. She started talking shit about
You can
my
try to
coworkers
steal the
me.
presidency. Like, you can do whatever you want. It's the internet. You just can't use licensed Christmas music or play the Gilmore Girls theme song.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So she started talking shit about my coworkers in front of me, and you know I'm not about that. So I would just tell her like, no, I don't really have a lot to say. And then it kind of graduated to like telling me like confidential company information, like things about other people, like
confidential, like friend to friend, or like work confidential, like this is in your file.
Like, hey, this person's gonna get fired, and I'm working on it. Don't tell them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And I was like, but I didn't like her, so it's fine.
So you didn't have like an ethical dilemma over that. You were
No,
like,
not
all
over
right.
that one. It was like juicy, you know, it's like delicious. Like,
So you're like, okay, so you're picking and choosing.
but she's not supposed to tell me.
no,
Right?
that's
No.
on her.
No.
It's not on you. You can enjoy it. She served you something forbidden. It's not your fault that you enjoyed
Exactly.
it. No.
But then it kind of, you know, started getting into like her personal life, and she started telling me about like her, you know, she has like this 15-year-old dog, and there's always something wrong with it. Oh my God, you guys, this poor old dog is like, it's like the old bra from Freezing Hot. Like, please let me die. like
Yes.
That's great.
and it makes an appearance like pretty often on like our team's chats. Like,
Oh,
and
she
she'll-
like holds it up.
She holds it up. The dog's like tongue is sticking out.
Yeah.
And in the middle of like a touch base or like group meetings, she'll say, "Mia, did you just shit on my lap? My lap? My lip?
Yeah.
Probably." Then like she'll just burst out loud and just say all these things like in the middle of something important. And it's always something, and like sometimes she'll just say like, "Hold on, you guys, like let me clean up this like dog mess."
Right, and it's like,
and I'm like, "Do you need a minute? Like, do you want
Yeah.
to call me back?" No, just wait a sec. And then I have to sit there and like wait for her to like just deal with this situation. And then you know more stuff about her personal life, like, "Oh, you know, I have like a colonoscopy on Wednesday, and let me tell you how that's going. I have to prepare for it."
Did you find out like how many polyps she got removed?
Not yet. It's next week.
Okay, so
keep
right
us
back in.
posted. Yeah, let us know.
Like, "Oh, I have a biopsy on like my breast, and I have to get that checked
Well,
out."
some of us share on
And,
our
like,
podcast about.
You know, my brother's going clinically insane, and he tried to like burn down my dad's house, and
Oh,
it's just
God.
you guys, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And as,
Right.
as
Yeah.
somebody who, you know, I feel a little bad for her. She's like single. She's like from the East Coast. Doesn't really have like a lot of friends out here. Just her old dog.
Yeah.
So I like to let her talk, but at this point, it's just too much. And
Yeah.
I want to be able to like kind of like approach with empathy, but tell her like, "Hey, like this needs to stop."
Well, for whatever it's worth, I know that she's older than you, and I think like you're talking about a colonoscopy and a biopsy, which are like totally normal things to go through as we get older. This isn't your fault. If you guys were women who were the same age, you'd be like, oh my God, me too. I had mine. And if you were at a similar level, like if you were doing the same job or you were like co-managers,
different departments.
Because she's above you, she's your boss or she's
Yeah,
right?
she's the VP.
That's right. So it doesn't feel safe because you could not confide in her because she has power over you.
Yes,
and
and
it doesn't
I do
feel
not share like
Right.
super personal stuff like
Smart.
that at all.
No,
Very
you shouldn't,
smart.
Ever.
I don't.
Maybe with like your work bestie and you hang out. I can't believe I just said bestie. Fucking kill me.
It's because we said
The internet
girly
wins.
earlier.
You're not on equal footing. And that's what it comes down to. And she is not from a malicious place, but taking advantage of that. And it's not even specific to you. It's not taking away from how lovely you are. She's just sort of mouth garbaging and sharing because she doesn't have anyone. So while you feel bad for that, nobody wants to be on a Zoom call, a work call, a conference call, and hear anything about anyone's fucking personal life. My dog barks. It's embarrassing, but nobody wants to hear me, even if I'm the talent on the call, be like, Tianfu, look at this baby. Like, people have lives. They have to go do other things. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear you set up the microphone. Nobody wants to hear anything. Nobody wants to be on these things 1 millisecond longer than they have to. And so in terms of what to do, first of all, I don't have a real job, but I would log out. I would do it every single time. And I know that that's like sounds crazy. You are under no obligation to listen to that. Like I would just log out, come back on and be like, sorry, my internet cut out. This woman, what?
Are you saying, is this happening in video calls with her or at work in person?
Both.
Both.
It's both.
Both.
Yeah.
I also think, okay, when I first read your question, I know this sounds like pernicious, but my first thought was, can you go around her and get this woman's job and take the last thing that she has? Because I doubt she's good. I'm sorry, business, it's cutthroat. You're in the skincare industry and you're gonna go for that number one spot. Like this woman is obviously coming apart at the seams and you could be the scissor that just snips that last one.
No.
And you could go above her and you could get that job. Sorry. Is she good at her job?
No. Oh, she's struggling. She is struggling big time. And every other week she thinks she's getting fired. So I don't know. Maybe
Just
that
wait it
position
out.
is in the car.
Most merciful, not unlike what she should be doing for that dog. If you were just the straw that broke that corporate camel's back and you just wrote a letter
No.
to her boss.
No.
My audience
no.
is turning on me.
They're
I'm just
turning because
saying,
they all have jobs with bosses.
what do you suggest she does?
Okay.
As someone who's
Emily.
dying at my
Correct.
desk.
Emily. You just don't give anything back. And it sounds like
That's
you might
always
already
my
be doing
advice,
that.
though.
But I know, but it's like when she's like, oh no, like don't even be like, oh no, just like keep it. It'll get boring for her to tell you if you're giving her nothing.
For sure. And tell all your little friends at work to do that.
No, you got to keep
Yes.
it. You can't organize a campaign against
Do
her.
you want this woman's job?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't do anything
Yeah.
that I said earlier.
Let her stay above you being bad
Yeah.
so that she doesn't bother you.
It'll work
'cause she
itself
thinks you're
out.
buds. She's going to, yeah.
My advice that I always give, which Emily stole from me, to give it zero. Like you say nothing, you give her like a stone face because she's abusing the power and she's pretending that you're friends only when it's convenient for her. And it's just not a two-way street. You don't like her enough as a person. You don't know her. You only know her because of her issues. And a lot of people lead with their issues. And you're like, what do I have? You're like a homuncula of a person. You've just got like this issue, this appointment, this dog, this complaint, and you're unethical at work. So distance yourself because if you get close to her, she will start talking about you to your coworkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you also have a very good understanding of her and talking to her. And I think you can ride the line of you give her just enough so that she doesn't think like, are you mad at me? Or are you being mean? You
She
give
does that to me.
just see.
You can't be
give just
codependent with
enough-
this woman. You are within your right to be like, I just think it's inappropriate.
But she's not going to let the VP can then like be like, well, let's fire her.
Okay, that's why I said get her fired.
Well,
Fucking deal with this. You feel bad for her, but if it's affecting your work and like your enjoyment of this job, never linger in her office. It's always just like, got it. Always be busy. Always be getting off a call. We've had a lot of people write into this. Yeah.
have your other coworkers, if you know you're about to go in with her, be like, can you call me for an emergency in like 5
Like when
minutes?
a creepy guy's talking to you at a bar, have
Yes.
a friend be like, hey,
Yeah.
dance floor is this way.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've done that once. I can do this.
Do that, yeah, because
You said no. That's why I'm saying tell your friends at work. Be like, we got to stick
you
together.
said tell them all to talk to her in this way and create an organized campaign.
Tell them all to be like, we can't. Let's move on.
No, tell them all to rescue you. I don't care how they engage with her. They didn't write in a question. They can get stuck with her. But throw someone else in front of her and run.
See,
Good,
this is how she is.
Yes.
This is how she is. And I just keep it moving on. Okay. I'm wrapping this up. Like, if you have any power, do it, but always keep it professional. And as Emily will always tell you, keep notes, because she will throw you under the bus when something goes wrong. She'll be like, but I confided in her. Like, you are not there to make her job easier. Oh, I guess you are, because you work under her, but like, you are not there to be her like psychologist. That's what I'm for. No.
Keep date timestamp notes so that if she does anything retaliatory, you have
It's like we
a
always
record.
ask, whose comfort is more important, yours or hers?
I mean, kind of hers because she's a VP.
No, that's no. I don't
Oh,
work.
she's made herself comfortable, all right.
right.
You've made it easy for her, and you've been nice about it, and so you can be corporate and you can be respectful without being inviting and even cordial. You're just, I'm here to get it done, and that's it. And I'm running out, and I'm busy, and I'm hanging up. That's it.
But give her just enough so she doesn't get mad at you.
Okay.
No, this is conflicting advice.
No.
She's taking advantage, and we don't like that. Not at the holiday season. Not during the holiday season, which your question wasn't about.
But see, I think this is a very good question for when you're at the holidays and you've just talked to someone who just talks to you about like their dog shitting in their lap, and you're like, well, thanks, Aunt Susan. Like, cool.
You can steamroll her. I've done that on a call when someone is like not on task and they're like, oh, I'm just pulling it up. I'm like, I'm going to do it right now. Like, is it possible to be one step ahead? Like, I've actually pulled that up right here. Hey guys, or keep talking. If you're the one running the meeting, I don't know how your company is structured, but like if you are important in that meeting, maybe you can be like, hey guys, we're going to move on while she deals with that. Are you allowed to do that? Or is that not, is that like?
I can try to interject.
Careful. Well, anyways, at least do some of the things I said from earlier. I'm just saying you're more powerful than you think. I don't need to trying to make this sound like a live, laugh, love podcast, but like you have the ability to be like a little bit colder while not being rude and just like in the name of professionalism, which is the word I could not come up with earlier, to just like kind of cut it off.
Do you think she can pull off your thing?
She's
Which
like,
is,
I want a seat. I'm so tired of standing here.
Do you think she can pull off what you do, which is to just say this isn't interesting?
No, because she's not the head of the company.
Okay.
I have one employee. I can say
Oh my
that.
God, imagine.
This isn't
But if
interesting
you're like
or relevant,
really
Susan.
confident about it, she's just like, oh.
No,
okay.
you got to give her nothing. You all have to just give her
Gray
nothing.
rock.
Yeah. And then get her fired. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Love you.
You want to do another gift?
Wait, did you say I love you? Oh my God, and we didn't hear it. And I'm like, anyways, we love you too. Thank you for being here. Let's do another bad present.
Yes, please.
Let's do sound cue. Cue it, Scott. Come on down, Winter. Winter's here. Look at this sweater.
Yes.
How you doing?
Does it just say Winter? That's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's Game
I just
of
got
Thrones
it.
Yeah, but someone in the audience just said it's a man.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
What else
You're
was that
here.
supposed to be?
No, we love it. We love that you're here. Please tell us about the worst gift. What's your name?
My name's Steven.
Steven, tell us about the worst gift.
So my brother and I moved in together like when we were in like 18, 19, and we moved out together. And it was Christmas, and everybody decided to give us rice cookers. We got 4 rice cookers for Christmas that year. And like, one rice cooker's cool, but then it has like diminishing returns because it cooks rice. And it doesn't do a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Like you get like 4 TVs. That's like, I'll put one in every room.
No, I have a gambling problem.
But
yeah.
if you get 4 rice cookers, you're like, do I put it in every room? So I want one for breakfast rice and like sunroom rice and
bathroom rice.
Bathroom rice.
I think we underestimate.
But we did watch like Pumping Iron a lot and like make a lot of eggs. So maybe they thought we were trying to bulk up.
I think they just didn't. I think you just didn't have a registry and they didn't communicate with each other.
It was that and a lot of toiletry kits. I got like in my 20s. I think I get like 3 toiletry kits a year. And,
What is that? Like a razor, a cologne?
Yeah. You're not familiar
with the art of shaving.
A man's
a lot of art of
with
shaving.
like beard cream, like
Yeah.
Axe body spray. Really cool stuff with like that.
Really cool, yeah, high quality.
Yeah, things.
How's
to
the
make you
supply
smell
currently?
good, yeah.
Do you still have a lot of those?
Oh, no, gobs. Yeah, I have a whole closet dedicated.
Well, I don't
to
think
them.
once you
No, you get rid of that shit.
Once
really
you
quick.
spray Axe body
Yeah.
spray, it stays around forever. Like you just do it once, and that is your signature scent. Cool ice. I want to know what happened with the rice cookers because you could also, feed people.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
But you have to cook all the rice.
When you're in your 20s, you don't feed a lot of your friends when they come over, though.
No.
Like, you're not like, here, let me give you a bowl of rice.
My husband did.
You get drunk and order pizza later. That's kind of a
So
thing.
what'd you do? Did you just use one?
I made rice with one of them. I think we returned 2 of them and, I don't know, maybe gave one away, we'll say.
Okay. To be fair, you made it sound like you were like living amongst them.
Yeah. It was wall-to-wall rice cookers. I could barely get in the house. So
Was one of them like wildly more expensive or better than the
they
others?
were all shit rice cookers. I mean, like the very generic one that you
the
like
worst,
can find.
yeah.
Like
Were any of them
Home Goods or
Zojirushi?
Ross or what?
Zojirushi? That's the brand.
Zojirushi.
That's
No, I
the one
don't-
that we
wow.
have.
It sounds nice.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know.
It was white and round and
It was for
generic.
white people.
Yeah.
They made a white
cheap
person
one, yeah.
white.
Yeah,
They're
it
like,
wasn't
"Here
the
you
cool
go."
ones. Yeah, my Filipino friends had.
Yeah.
They look like a water cooler or something. Have you seen those? I don't know.
It's like industrial grade. Like that's been passed
They're
down.
serious.
And yours was from Bed Bath & Beyond.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace.
Did each of you get 2, or was it group gifts across?
I think I got one, and then it was like Jet and Steven. Here's one, group one for the 2 of you. I think that we at least got 2 together. I got one on my own, and maybe he got his.
Do you still have it? Are you still in possession of this rice cooker?
No, and my wife was actually asking. She's like, I was thinking about getting one for Christmas.
No!
And I was like, no, yeah, or maybe
we
we have
can
to get like a
never-
really nice one, or replace another like kitchen appliance. But there's only so much counter space.
Maybe it's time to remedy your PTSD with a really nice one so you can see like what all a really nice one could do.
That'd be cool.
He's like, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Were
What?
you?
Not, maybe it's the year.
This could be the year.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it's big. Thanks.
It's not as bad as a box of old bras, but getting multiple of anything and then you're
4
like,
appliances and then figuring out what to do with them is.
But also, I guess my go-to for like a young guy wouldn't be a rice cooker. I'd be like, here's a
No.
microwave. That's just interesting.
even that.
Everyone was
Just
like,
like-
you need more fiber.
Because they were doing pumping irons, they're just like, we can't give them raw chickens. So here's...
I would give you more egg-related things. That's also a reference
More
that
egg-related.
I don't know, or a gym membership. I wouldn't be like rice cooker for your eggs. Okay, we have another holiday meat question.
Yes.
Yes.
We're ready.
Hi. I, 33, boyfriend, 34.
Yes.
Have been together for 5.5 years. We live together. We have a dog together, but our parents haven't met, mostly because we're geographically totally spread out. Canada, Philly, Arizona, and SNLA.
Oh.
Very much our parents have been hinting about meeting, but the thought of like organizing a trip or a weekend to have everybody meet sounds awful and super stressful. I really wish we could just all have dinner together and like go our separate ways. Also, all of our parents are like very much characters, so I trust them for like a dinner, but I don't trust them for like.
Yeah. Is characters code for racist?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, yes, no.
Like some characters. You live in LA.
Yes.
Some of the parents live in Montreal.
Yeah.
Some live in Arizona.
Yeah.
And then this weird third uncle parent lives
Philly.
Philly. So someone's divorced. Yeah. You don't have like a throuple.
No.
Okay. I think my first instinct would be like, I don't know, can't they just meet at the wedding? But if they want to meet, you do a weekend here. Because I would say do it on the East Coast, but the Arizona thing kind of makes it weird. Do it here. Because I'm sure they'd love to see where you live, stuff like that. Everyone gets a hotel. You have a big family dinner and maybe like a lunch, like kind of like you would on a wedding weekend. But the rest of the time, you can go enjoy your family and take them around, and he can enjoy his family because you both probably don't see them a lot. It does not have to be on you guys to entertain them because it's not a wedding. So you don't have to provide activities and stuff. Have them all fly in. But when people go to another city, they want to see it and experience it and go to museums and sit in traffic, right? So you have them come, make it a fun weekend, be like, here are the 3 things we have planned. And then you guys are kind of on your own and you guys live together, so you'll see each other at night, but they have their hotels. You are not responsible for anything else. And you don't even have to think that you are. And I think they would all love that. Like you're invited for a fun, what's your name?
Ariel.
Ariel, oh, that's right. And what's his name?
Tony.
Ariel and Tony, holiday weekend. And that's it. And maybe you'll cook or maybe you'll go out. I think you do 2 meals together and the rest of the time you're just chilling, and whoever wants to jump, if you're going on a sightseeing tour and his mom wants to come with you guys, great. But make it like a cute little thing. No stress. Here's the itinerary. Here's what we're providing. Here's what we're not. No one is staying with us.
So our parents have all come to visit separately. And my parents have both not stayed for lesser time than 10 days and stayed with us.
Are they the ones from Canada?
Canada and Philly.
Okay, got it.
So they're coming a long way.
Your parents are divorced. His are married and live in Arizona.
Correct.
Do you have a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
They can't stay there.
They can't stay there.
Oh yeah,
They can't stay
they
there.
were living on their mattress in our living room.
How would you feel? You're worried about them like being weird to each other, right?
Yeah.
Are you worried about them being weird to each other in front of you? Like, could you make them all go stay at Airbnb together and you're not there and they're
why
weird
would you
without
make
you?
them stay at an Airbnb together?
They work
This
it
isn't
out
a reality
amongst themselves. You put a camera in, you see what happens.
As long as we put like hidden cameras, then maybe.
Right.
But
You are inviting. Hold on, this is crazy. You're inviting them. Here are some links to Here's a link to www.airbnb.com. Here's a link to some inexpensive hotels nearby. That's not on you. If your parents were coming to help you with something and you let them stay with you, it's not comfortable for anyone. And I understand financial situations, but then it's like, oh, how come they get to stay and we don't get to stay? Does his mom live in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah. Weirdly, I always defer to, and she's single. Oh no, she's married. Sorry. She's married. Are both of your parents remarried?
my dad is, my mom is not.
I defer to your mother who is not remarried. If you were going to let anyone stay with you, maybe just for a portion of it, I would give it to the mom. And you could just do it for a few nights, but then maybe she flies home. I understand that it's far, but this is not, you aren't getting married. This isn't a whole thing. And so explain what it is, have a candid discussion with your mother, be like, if you'd like to stay with us for a few nights, great. But it can't be on you. And I, as a child of divorced parents, like it is always that chess game of like, well, I gave you this and then the two of you could come here, but of course she's staying here and he can't. You got to let it go. We all have a checking account. We can all afford something. If you can afford to fly here, you can afford like a Motel 6, maybe not a Motel 6, but you can afford something. Give deference to the mom. And then other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's call your mom right now.
No.
Get your mom on the phone.
No.
She's like, is she sleeping?
All right.
Yeah.
Black sheep sweater gift question.
Here we go. This is what I dreamt of when I sent out the memo. What is your name?
Joe.
Joe. We'd like to hear about your worst holiday gift.
Okay, well, so technically it's my husband's gift.
Is he here?
No.
Okay, thank God.
He got it from his own mother. It was when we had first moved in together. She wasn't super pumped on me coming into the scene and getting in the mix. And she gave him a shirt that said Black Sheep of the Family.
Gave it to him?
Yeah.
Once he met you?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's because he met you and not from other issues?
Oh no, there's a lot of issues. A lot of issues. It was specifically that he kind of put the boundary of like, hey, I'd like her to come to Christmas. She uninvited me from Christmas because there'd been some other issues regarding.
Go on.
Are you sure? Okay.
The mom uninvited you from Christmas.
What'd you
after
do?
you'd been dating for how long?
We'd been dating for 2 years.
What did you do, Joe?
So I used to help with her vintage market. And then she and her business partner broke up. Well, I worked at the business partner's husband's company, and I wasn't going to quit my job because they were separating ways. So I kind of took like hey, you do you, she does her, move on. She didn't like that I kind of had that stance.
You pick sides. Yeah.
We live in Southern California. I can't quit my job.
You need your job.
Yeah.
We need to sell vintage stuff. It's California.
No, I worked at a tech company.
Okay.
So anyway, she was really pissed about that. And so she uninvited me to Christmas. And then my husband was like, well, if you want me to come, like I'm only going to come for a night. And so then she gave him the shirt and acted like it was totally normal.
And you weren't there. Like you were.
No, I truly was uninvited.
But it was a message for
No, she sounds awful. What about this Christmas? In a few days, where are you going to be going?
She's coming to our house. We just pick up the rug and just sweep it right under.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Do you have
That's healthy.
a mean little gift for her?
I will have a surprise, but I don't know if that's in the question.
Wait,
Oh
what?
no, this was what you told Scott. So no.
No, I'm not going to give her anything.
Okay.
No.
Really?
Well, I mean, like
you're gonna have her open a box?
No.
There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. I feel like you are going to be writing into our show very soon. You'll be like, so, my mother-in-law came to our Christmas.
Yeah.
I gave her nothing. There was a gun involved. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's truly
Pretty
awful.
good. And another.
Nobody ever wants a passive-aggressive gift. Like an ironic gift, okay, we were all hipsters once as millennials, but like nobody wants, like, you're a piece of shit, Todd. You're like, thanks for knitting this, Grandma.
Okay, we have another question, not holiday, but I think it applies to people trying to get what they want this Christmas from Heather B. Heather B. All right. Now, not holiday, but I think people can use the advice gained today.
Perhaps. I'm a big fan of you guys.
I love that you're wearing red velvet.
You're just dressed nice.
I just bought this.
It looks great.
And are you debuting it here?
I'm debuting this.
This is a big debut.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
She's like, thank you so much.
Black Friday does me well. So this question requires photographic evidence.
Oh,
my
okay.
God, okay.
So my question is, how do I convince my mom to allow us to get another dog? So I'm 27, and yes, I live at home still. Thank you.
That's okay. It's a rough economy. No one was like, ew.
Yeah. Save money.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so the players in this story are me and my mom, Judy, and my grandma, Helen, who is 101.
Oh.
And fully independent.
Yeah, give it up for Helen.
Yeah, really.
Well, I don't know if Helen's a good guy in this story.
Helen doesn't come out looking well. Yeah. So we have a dog, Lucy, who's a 5-year-old Bernedoodle, and I will show you a photo if you'd like to see. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to see,
we'll do it after the so she's 5, and we got her as a puppy, so we've had her all this time, and she used to, snuggle cuddle with my mom upstairs in the bedroom. Came out weird.
No, that's okay. I open mouth kiss my dog. It's
sure,
totally
you get it. But somewhere in the last year, she stopped being so snuggly, and I think the solution is to get another dog so that Lucy gets jealous and they both snuggle with my mom. That's my solution.
You're like, high school girl logic will totally apply to this dog.
Right, a little Arrested Development.
Yeah.
So anyway, the problem is a fewfold. We all work outside the house, not my grandma, but the two of us. But I only
She lays tile. She's still very active.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
No, I have a part-time job though, so I only work part-time out of the house, and she has a full-time job. So I would be home to take care of this new dog. But the other problem is that my grandma doesn't like our current dog. So yeah.
Tell them why.
Well, because so she's in a chair, right, like a motorized chair, and Lucy's really tall. Bernedoodles are quite tall, and so she's just the height to eat off of my grandma. So eat the food off of my grandma's.
She steals her food.
Yes, often, and without any thought.
Disrespectful.
It's really but my grandma's sort of a bitch back, so it's sort of like who's the bad guy in this scenario?
Who's the bitch?
Who's really the
Okay, so you want to get a new dog.
So I want to get a new dog, and I'm wondering how to convince my mom, and I will take care of it, to an extent, But
okay, I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to want to hear.
No, tell me.
This has nothing to do with how adorable I think you are and my love for you.
Oh, God.
Do not get a new dog, and here's why.
Okay.
Because when I first read it, I was like, well, here's how you could do it and whatever.
Yeah.
What you need to do is take care of this dog.
Sure.
And as someone who owns a dog who is ungovernable,
right?
Who is looking into a finishing school for my dog because
oh really?
Because her barking is I don't want to be dramatic, but ruining our lives.
Sure.
You need to put the time and energy that you would put into this new dog that you're hoping will make this new dog so jealous because you think it has a human brain. You need to put that into this dog. Because your grandma wouldn't, if it's eating the grandma's food and it's in her face, and it's generationally we are all like a dog society now, but your grandma probably didn't come up that same way. that time and attention needs to be put into this dog. And if you say you have a part-time job, the time that you are home needs to be spent training this dog and making this dog a better dog. Because the dog's probably anxious. It probably needs bigger, longer walks. Like I have a small dog and I know I don't walk her enough, but she also drags me back because she wants food, which is her own issue. So I'm just saying, like, I think you'll be pouring gasoline on a fire because if that dog is, especially a puppy, especially like a doodle, which is like an expensive, we always add a doodle to every breed because we're like, poodles are smart, but they're rambunctious and it's a Bernese mountain dog. These dogs are used to carrying like whiskey to people who are like frostbitten in the Alps, not eating like Hungry Man meals off of like a motorized wheelchair. So the dog and dogs love structure. You need to spend all this time and energy that you would have spent on the baby dog with this dog. You need to get your money's worth out of this, what I'm guessing was an expensive investment.
Well, I mean, if they're from California, they're like $4,000, but we got her from Cleveland, so
it's like $1. But I'm just saying, because this dog just wants your attention, and it would be a bummer to get a new dog, and then this dog gets even less attention, and then you get that acting gig or the thing that you're doing, and now you have no time. The grandma's in hell. Your mom will get stuck with these two dogs. As a child who has stuck my mother with pets, I'm telling you, that turtle died natural causes. That's my advice to you.
So even though Lucy acts like she doesn't want the attention,
I don't know what's going on with the dog, and I don't know. She all dogs want attention, but for her to be upsetting your grandma, like that's a training issue. And I say this as someone who has never trained my dog, and I'm paying for it now. Even though she seems docile now, she's just planning how she's going to ruin our night at 3 a.m. when she hears a sound in the city of Los Angeles and wakes me up.
What if you took your dog to like doggy daycare to see how
we did?
Did she get along with other dogs?
No, you need a trainer.
She got along. She was the dog. You know how like if the other dogs don't approach Lucy, they get a treat. Like Lucy's the badly behaved.
There's no such
rambunctious.
You got to call a trainer and you got to like get to the root of what Lucy is, because this wouldn't be an issue if your grandma loved the dog.
Right.
But out of respect for the grandma, like this dog is not living its best life because it wouldn't be acting like this if it had rules, and dogs love rules. So that is what I think.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Well, sorry, you can't have that dog.
No, that's okay. It's probably for the best.
She's like, oh man, that is not the answer I wanted. She was like, I thought you guys would be like, get a dog. Have anarchy.
I mean, also depending how much you like your grandma. I don't want to be mean. I love grandmas. She's 101. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's a tougher
thought.
sell for the family, but what if you replace the grandma?
What if is your grandma Japanese? Because some of those, like yeah, because some of the like people live in like a blue zone and they live to be like 115. Do you have a Japanese grandma?
No, she's very white, just like me.
I don't know. Some of us don't live that long.
She's Jewish, so it's a lot of like bitter age.
I don't know if it's whatever. You got to respect your grandma. She doesn't want a dog. Maybe she grew up during the Depression, and now this like Swiss poodle is like eating her food. Like she's probably having like PTSD from this. Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Are you ready for a new segment?
Oh God, Scott, I can't wait to hear it. Vintage advice.
Vintage advice. So, Dear Abby gave a lot of people a lot of advice. A titan of the industry, Iliza.
Jewish.
She's also Jewish. They're both Jewish.
There's at least
blonde.
two of us.
I think I saw in a photo.
Who isn't? Dear Abby and Ann Landers, and we all know they're Jewish from Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. Anyway, she's Jewish. Go on.
So we're going to reflect on some weird questions she got, the advice she gave, but we're going to have Iliza give advice first to see how close she is.
To see how I stack up against a titan of the advice industry, a queen of couth. We're going to see how I stack up.
Okay, so are you ready for, first I'll give you the question.
Because in my perfect world, I would be described as a Judge Judy meets the incisive aptitude of Dr. Drew. You ever listen to Dr. Drew? Someone will be like, I don't feel, he'll be like, you have herpes. Like he always, I'd been on Love Line. Like, I think he's so great. And he's like, you were molested. Like I could, and so I try to, with no medical training and no experience.
Yeah, you said I have that hand thing.
What?
Raynaud's or whatever.
Huh?
He said I had like a hand thing. That's that guy.
Because you saw how you walked. And he was like, there's something wrong with your hand.
Yeah.
And Judge Judy was like, that's not what I asked. He's wrong. And so I try to channel that but like with like blonde hair and it's accessible. So I want to
Very accessible. Head to toe goop, very accessible.
This is just cream. This is winter white.
And you didn't spill anything. I've already got animal hair on my microphone, and I just got here and you're wearing all white.
My dog is also winter white, so you can't see that I am wearing a full coat. Okay.
Okay, question number 1. Bad blood between guests jeopardizes holiday cheer. Dear Abby, I'm throwing a holiday party. About 6 weeks ago, I told my friend Shirley about the party and that I was inviting her ex-fiance, Tom. She replied that if Tom would be there, she would not. I sent invitations to both of them. Tom RSVP'd that he and his new girlfriend, the one that came between him and Shirley, would attend. I then informed Shirley that you know who was coming. She's now very upset with me and accuses me of choosing him over her. She's questioning my friendship and says I'm purposefully tormenting her. I understand Shirley's upset, but don't you agree that she needs to understand my position? My husband is close friends with Tom and wants him to attend. Shirley knew I was inviting him. Now, less than a week before party time, she's called me 5 times to cry and make me feel bad. I want everyone to enjoy the party, but there's bad blood between the two, and I'm afraid no one will enjoy anything if they're in the same room. Torn in two in South Carolina.
This is very simple. Shirley is free to not attend. Shirley is also free to attend with a guest. It sucks. It's tacky that the guy's bringing this new girlfriend. That's uncomfortable. But Shirley is also invited, and I think it's completely out of bounds for her to call and cry at you. It might be different if this were your best friend, because it does seem like you picked Tom over her. And it is a little weird that I've never met any man that's like, it's my party and I really need to make sure my friend is there. Like, I'll tell my husband about parties we're throwing. He'll be like, great. I'll be like, I'm inviting that girl that I used to like, I don't remember her. Like, whatever.
But her ex-fiance, Tom, is bringing the woman that it sounds like he cheated with.
For sure. And so they're going to be together forever. And
that's horrible.
It is horrible, but let's pretend this woman is friends with Shirley, just as good of friends as Tom is friends with this guy. This is just what it's going to be. It's awful. I can be there for you on the phone. We can talk shit about this woman. We can hang out. We can go get nachos. We can drink. We can talk about it. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do because Tom and I are married and we're both throwing this party. And I don't even know if it's like a first come first like whoever.
It should have been whoever replies first gets to come to the party.
She doesn't need to come. It's going to be 3 hours max, and we can have drinks tomorrow. This is just part of being an adult. It sucks. What you don't want is for her to come and then surprise her with Tom. So at least she has all the information, but she's not in charge of who you bring to your party.
All right. Well, you agree with Dear Abby, who says Shirley should not dictate who's to be invited.
Me.
Or excluded from your party. Tell Shirley you'd love to have her there, but if it's too painful for her to see Tom and his new love interest, you'll invite her to another soiree. The choice is hers.
Yeah, I normally say things like soiree. Does anybody disagree?
Said pernicious.
Would anybody in here have any other advice? Like, would anybody in here, everybody agrees, right? Yeah. Well, give us a real one then. Give us a hard one.
Okay. We have one about Santa.
Should we play the song again? This one's about Santa. Vintage advice. Look at the little heads. This is so cute.
This is what it should.
Okay, it's too long.
It goes away. Santa gets good reception in one young adult's house. I know. Okay, hold on.
Go on.
Dear Abby, one day when my son was 8, he came home from school and announced, Mommy, I know there's no Santa Claus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we proceed, is there anyone in here who believes in Santa Claus?
We're good.
Okay. I just didn't want this to be like a weird psychological breakdown situation. Okay. If you do and you're watching this, maybe skip ahead, but like still watch the ads, but just skip ahead like 5 minutes. Or just go back from the beginning and rewatch the part you already watched, or share this video.
Okay. The day I had dreaded was finally here. I feel like Dear Abby wrote these all herself because they're all kind of written in the same.
They all say soiree
style.
I think an editor rewords them.
Maybe.
Okay.
I asked him why he believed that. He explained his cousin, Jason, had told him there was no such thing. I looked him straight in the eye and not knowing what else to say, said, if you don't believe, you won't receive. Now do you believe in Santa Claus?
That sounds so sexual.
Yes, he said. The subject was not mentioned again until the next year. When I again asked him if he believed in Santa Claus, he piped up with, of course I believe in Santa Claus.
Holding a PlayStation, like, do you believe?
We have repeated this scenario every year. My son is now 22 and he still believes in Santa.
Do you want this rice cooker or not? Do you want 3 rice cookers or not?
You are never too old to believe in Santa Claus. Pam in Florida.
What's the question?
I guess it's
The answer is Santa isn't real. It was always your parents. You're 22. Get a job. Next question.
Because Abby says, Dear Pam, cousin Jason was a weasel, and I applaud your success in keeping a cherished tradition alive for your son.
Until you're 22?
With an incentive like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't also still believe in the tooth fairy. Is she making fun of them or is she legit?
The kid's got Stockholm
She's making fun of
syndrome.
them? Okay, good. I want to make sure I read her right.
No, she didn't. She said he was a weasel. Good for you for keeping this going.
Yeah, she's like, your 22-year-old probably still believes in the tooth fairy, idiot.
Okay. I know adults that have like kid things always bother me. Like, I don't want to meet an adult that believes in Santa. Like, the magic of Christmas, okay. Like, we can all get a Starbucks gift card. But like, I believe in Santa. I'll be like, you shouldn't vote. Like, not in a local election, not for class president.
Okay.
All right, last one.
In-laws 6-week visit is too much togetherness. This is for
This is your family.
Fine. Pull up this Dear Abby and just send it. Dear Abby, my husband Jay's parents have informed us they are coming for Christmas and will be staying for 6 weeks. They need at least 3 weeks because they're having dental work done by another family member and it must be staggered. So one at a time.
They're having dental work done by another. So someone else in the family is doing it.
Yeah.
Can I make a prediction? I think this is an Indian family because the guy's name is Jay. And
That's a
they're coming
made
for
up
6
name.
weeks,
It's
and they're
in
coming
quotes.
from another country. It feels Indian. I feel like Indians are really big on family.
Okay.
Is anyone here Indian? Can confirm? No? One? No? Okay.
Well, okay. Long visits are acceptable in their culture, but it usually applies when people visit from
They're not
another country,
French. Okay.
not another state. The last time they came, so they're just from another state. Last time they came, they stayed 3 weeks. It was a stretch for me, but I bit my tongue. I work from home and was with them 24/7 because they don't like to drive. And it's hard on me because they get bored and expect me to entertain them. Also, I don't get along with my father-in-law, and neither of them likes my cooking.
Because you can't cook good Indian. And
Jay
cherished
knows.
traditions passed down.
Jay knows 6 weeks is long, but for him, the time goes fast because he works long hours.
Oh, they're so long when your parents are visiting. You're like, I got to stay on the Zoom call because my boss's dog is taking a shit. I got to be here.
Jay says he'll talk to his parents about this, but he's miserable at the prospect. Speaking up will cause problems for him, and they'll assume it came from me anyway. They'll be livid. Please tell me what to do. I'm on the verge of tears when I think about what's coming, dreading Christmas in California.
I would, man.
I feel like Abby's choice is like kind of weird.
What you can't stay with us. There's no room. 6 weeks. You have to pay rent. That's crazy.
What about the family member doing all the dental work? Like, can you stay at their house? They must be loaded. They're doing all this free dental work.
Yeah.
Great businessman.
I think you are within your right to, if they have to stay at your house and your husband is going to, what I always say is make the husband say it and defend you because you don't want to get in between. I think you're well within your right to have them come for a little bit of Christmas, but then you're within your right to ask them to make accommodations for the other half of it for at least 3 weeks of it or something.
Oh my God.
What?
That's what Dear Abby said. She said, Dear Dreading, be a gracious hostess for 3 weeks. After that, schedule a break. Go visit relatives, or if that's not feasible, check into a motel. So she's saying spend 3 weeks with them and then you leave for 3 weeks.
You could leave for 3 weeks. The fact that you work at home the fact that they don't have compassion, they're like, yeah, we can see how being in your space would be difficult. Your husband has to say, she works at home. This will be very difficult. Your husband, we get so many of these questions where the husband is like, I don't know what to do. And the wife has to be a giant bee. You're just trying to work. And he is not considering you because he's like, I got to go to Ruth's Chris for a business meeting. I can't make it.
Well,
this needs to be on your husband. And I love the idea of taking a 3-week vacation is a long time.
But in addition to on your husband, she says, and I like this, you may also find that when the entire burden of entertaining his parents falls upon your husband, he'll encourage them to make shorter visits or other living arrangements.
I say
and
leave the
subsequent
husband.
visits. Right, leave him with the
Like,
parents.
I'm leaving for 6 weeks to go find a new husband, and you can fucking bunk with
P.S.
your mom.
Abby has a little P.S. Since they don't like your cooking, have your mother-in-law do it. It will lighten the burden for you and give her something to do.
You know what? That's
Sounds so
actually a great
fun.
idea. Give them, be like, hey, everybody's got a job here. They're probably bored. And I also doubt that they need you to entertain them, but I think they just they don't drive. They're like stuck. That's why it should be like, why don't you stay at this hotel in walking distance to these other things? 6 weeks is crazy. And that ask comes from a lifetime of them getting to do whatever they want to that son and him being like a good son, but not standing up to them. That's unhinged. Honestly, even if you're coming from another country, I'm sorry, 6 weeks? No, that's too much.
They're coming from another state, but they're also gonna be recovering from dental surgery.
I don't even know what to do with this question.
They're just sitting there.
It sounds like a lie. Like, and also I don't drive. Like, it just feels.
And the husband's just at work 12 hours a day. Like, I'm out.
This is a fake question. Abby, you designed the perfect question with the perfect villain.
I'm thinking all of Abby's questions are fake.
Also, they're blind, so they can't be left. The doors all have to be open while I'm taking a shit. Also, they're audio sensitive, so they can't hear TV, and they're afraid of floors. So we have to staple ourselves to the ceiling. That was a bust. I didn't like that question.
Hi, AIA crew. I've been a long time Iliza fan. I begin every Wednesday work commute with your podcast, getting right into it. For context, I'm a 30-year-old woman, and my spouse, 31 years old, of 10 years, came out last year as a trans woman. It was very unexpected, as she never showed any interest in the queer community I was part of as a bi woman. Our immediate families were also just as surprised. As children of Catholics on my side and Mormons on her side, neither of us practice. We have a large amount of uncles, aunts, cousins, and extended family. We have not really told those family members about her transitioning, as we don't really speak to them except for weddings, funerals, and holiday cards. She's posted recent photos and her new name on her social media, but she hasn't made a declaration post or anything. Some of these families don't even use Facebook. A lot of them are older. My question is, should I tell these family members about her via Christmas card? Would this ruin Christmas? Should I just use her new name with no explanation? Help. Thanks, Rutabaga.
Rutabaga? The only people who matter in this situation are you and her. And you've got the close family. And I say this having zero experience being trans or helping anyone who's trans. But what I can tell you is at the end of the day, you guys are partners, right? And if your relationship is intact, all that matters is how comfortable you are. And all that matters is her decisions. And she doesn't owe anyone a declaration. You have this immediate family. And hopefully if it's family that you care about, that you're close to, you feel that you can share this with them. If you did it in a holiday card, first of all,
should you make it funny?
What?
Should you make it funny? Like, guess what?
What's different?
Right. Find the difference is picture from last year, picture from this year. Circle them.
Just like in a ball gown.
Yeah.
If you did it, it would almost, if you really wanted to, you would be within your right to do that. It does seem like you're doing it for shock value. I think this is not even a question you should be asking. It's just like, what does she want to do? And it's easy for me to be like, just be proud and be out and trans. But that's a really difficult thing. That's a hard thing for people to understand and wrap their minds around. So I think it's all about what makes you comfortable. Are you comfortable putting it out there on a card? I would hope you would be, but I could understand if you wouldn't be.
I think it's down to, do you just want to send a Christmas card to your loved ones and you want it to be you?
You could always send an email ahead of time. Just be like, hey, you guys, want to let you know a little bit about what's going on. And then you can just say what happened. You don't even need to go into it like she transitioned.
If you got a Christmas card, would you even know? I'd just be like, oh yeah, those people that sent me a Christmas card.
I
don't think I'd even notice.
Would
There's
be like,
three new kids in there.
I'd be like, oh, that lesbian couple I've been friends with forever. Like, I would not even. I would just assume it was like a corporate, like dental, like don't forget your checkup. Like I would not even. But I don't know. It's only now that I've had kids that I realize like how little I actually care about what anyone thinks or anything else other than my family. And it's not to say that you can't feel that way if you don't have kids, but what matters the most is the way that this person feels and the way that you guys feel about it. And hopefully you have a supportive family. And that's really it. Do the Christmas card, but be ready to like field a lot of questions. So I guess the question is in the new year, like how much time do you want to spend on the phone answering to this?
People that really care, they're like, you know them, you've already talked to them. The people getting the card that are
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
whoa.
I don't think it's weird to do a heads up email. Not a heads up like, get ready, you're going to see 4 boobs. But I think a heads up like, this is something significant in my life, just like I would tell you if I got married or if I went to grad school or if we got a dog. This is a big deal and this is a part of who this person is. And I think what we lack in this world is context. And it's not that you have to explain yourself, but I think if we showed a little bit of grace in explaining stuff to people, then they wouldn't be so caught off guard and weirded out. And that goes for anything, anyone's religion, sexuality, whatever, just being like, hey, here's where I'm coming from. Here's what I've done. Hope you guys are having a great holiday. You're not asking permission. You're just saying what you did. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you feel like doing it. If not, then don't. That's it. You don't owe anyone anything, right? I give this like rousing speech You don't.
You answered it great.
That's
it.
I
What
know,
else
but
is
you
there to
always bring
say?
it. You're always like, well, and then, like, I'm like, and that's why my fellow countrymen, and you're like, and that's the downbeat. I think we do top of the cob.
That is what, yeah.
It's the top of the cob.
Right.
We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
I realize that I've given it like a weird Lucky Charms accent. And I'm sorry.
Do you want to start with bottom?
Yep, I do. Let's start with well, okay, sure. We'll start with the bottom of the cup. We'll do you. We'll do a fan. We'll do me.
My bottom of the cob is, even though it's so lovely when someone writes you a nice card for the holidays or for anything, when someone writes you something, it's so nice. It feels so horrible to read it in front of them. It feels horrible that you're just sitting there and you're going, thank you. Like, that's an awful, I hate it.
How deep are these cards that you're like having to emote in front of them?
Anything that, if somebody writes more than happy holidays, and you're just like reading it, what do you do? What's the reaction after you open a card, you read on your birthday, you're opening cards, you read it, you go, okay. What do you do? What are you doing when you opening cards?
Oh my God, that is
How many times you do it?
As many as it takes, because I need that admiration and approval. Oh my, thank you for those words.
See, that makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, Emily, I know that we like joke around, like you. I really do love you so much. Thank you. That is so sweet.
And someone opening my card in front of me also makes me very nervous.
Oh my, 10% off TCBY. Here you go. All right, let's do. We only got two bottoms. That's fine. We'll keep it positive. All right, she's back.
So,
She's like, it's you. It's Amy. That's her.
No. My bottom of the cob is when your $200 Home Depot lawn ornament has one section of lights that doesn't work in the second year that you have it.
What do you mean? In the second year, what?
So we bought it last year,
Uh-huh.
and one section of lights doesn't work this year.
You can't take it back because it's too late.
Yeah.
So baby Jesus just has like an electric body and just like.
Well,
no
it's
eyes.
this giant ornament archway, and so just like one segment is dark.
You can't take it to like an electrician or something?
I mean, I think
How
one of the
much
bulbs
you?
needs to be replaced, but you
I
know when
think
you have
that's
to, yeah, but like there's like
Everything?
There's like 300 lights on it, so we can't find the one that's like needs to be replaced.
And it looks so janky.
Yeah,
Like
it
a sad,
does.
like a broken ornament, like the part that I'm covering up that you can't see here.
Yeah, it's
All
kind
right.
of sad.
That is a
is
sad
really,
bottom.
that makes me sad.
Hello. My bottom of the cob is that on Thanksgiving Day, I'm a dog walker, and my client decided that that was the day to call me to tell me that they were putting down the dog.
Oh, no!
No!
And I was hosting too and like cooking everything, and I was just like, okay, yep, let me know if you need anything.
Obviously not.
What
'cause
time?
What are they gonna
What time of day?
It was like 10:30 in the morning.
So they were just going through the list. Who do we got to tell about this?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there a scenario where it was your only client and like that was so, like there goes your job?
No,
An
I
only
run
dog?
a very good business.
Okay.
I'm safe, but
But
I was
it's sad.
I knew it was coming, but like I was just like, maybe Thanksgiving Day wasn't the day
Because-
to tell me.
Did they put him to sleep on Thanksgiving?
No, Friday, the next day.
So they could have called Friday, like, we just put him to sleep.
Yeah, like, I knew it was
But
coming.
do you want
They
us to
could've-
save you some ashes?
Yeah.
They could have called you when you were like, "Hey, just wondering when it's time to pick up Topsy," and they'd be like, "Oh, funny thing about that."
Yeah. I think that would have made me. I've been like, well, now I don't get paid for today. Like, at least I was like,
Did they pay you through
Aware.
the end of his life?
yeah.
his
no,
walks?
those last 2 days, he did tell me like, would just not do it
Because you had planned on it. Okay. But they didn't
Yeah,
pay you
but
through
like
that.
I just didn't need to know on Thanksgiving as I was cooking.
No, that's awful. And like these mashed potatoes are so salty. You're like, they're my tears.
They're specially made, guys.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you have any tactics if you have a dog who loses her mind if she sees any other dog?
I literally just I grab and I turn and pull away. Like I know it's impossible with small. I will tell you, I call it small dog syndrome.
It is.
I've worked with many. I love you, Tianfu. I've worked with many small dogs, like this poor sweet baby.
Oh, you dragged her out. Oh, that body. That's disrespectful.
Mother, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Were
No,
you
but
fast asleep?
it's small dog syndrome, and honestly, like any trainers will continue to be like, yeah, you can do these things, and there's
luck.
something in their brain they don't I've worked with so many. It's just something in their brain. They're not going to do it.
It's just the way
you
she's
just keep
wired.
trying. But that's as
luck.
long as you're showing the other people on the street that like you're like I'm
Right.
not a bad
That's
mom.
what
I'm
it's about.
trying.
Yeah.
That's all that
I
matters.
pull her aside and and they can hear me scold. I go, it is so embarrassing.
I had one named Noodle, and she was just like this, and I was like, Noodle, you are embarrassing us right now. But like I was like, I know, I get it. It's fine. Like,
Yeah, because it's not about the
Just
dog;
needs
it's
to
about
yell.
perception of me.
Exactly.
As long as you know I'm trying.
As long as you're trying for other people to see,
Yeah.
You're good.
you're good.
Yeah. Oh.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
Bottom
so
of the cob.
your bottom.
She can smell the discipline in the air. My bottom of the cob. This is an
pull out
indictment
your
on my own
notes?
religion. What? Pulling out
This
my
is
notes.
serious. You wrote a manifesto.
Because I was talking to my father right before this, and he completely agreed. So that helped. As Jews, we don't exploit Hanukkah to its fullest. This is a fucking dope holiday, and like everything, and I'm looking at you because you're also Jewish. I don't know who else here is. I'm just telling you, we have like failed PR wise in terms of like making our holidays palatable. Hanukkah is actually the coolest of all the holidays. It's not it's a pretty significant one, but like it's a celebration of it's actually the most American holiday. It's a celebration of a military victory. It's about eating fried food. I'm reticent to say it's about money, but there is a dreidel involved, and there's too much of it because there's 8 nights. So it's very American because we all love fried food. We love overdoing things. There's chocolate coins, but we don't have it. Like, look at this lame fucking stocking. Like, and I think I've talked about this on the pod. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. We should be the ones putting up the lights. And instead, Christmas gets to do it, and we're just like, well, I'll just light these 8 candles in the fucking dark and eat a latke and shit myself. It's bullshit. It's embarrassing. As a Jew, I've never been to a Judaica website and been like, oh, these designs are fire. All the we just missed out. This is the one holiday. People don't even know. People here probably don't realize you're supposed to eat fried food. You're supposed to eat fried donuts, fried chicken, anything in oil, which is so delicious. And instead, we're like, here's some dry Manischewitz fucking cookies, and we could do better. And it shouldn't be a mensch on a bench as our answer to Elf on a Shelf. Anytime you do the Jewish equivalent to the Christian Christmas thing, it always is like your like sad cousin that flew in like last night. We should be doing our own dope shit. And so I call on like the 6 Jews who listen to this podcast to make their Hanukkah fucking cool. Because I love Christmas, but I would love to be able to put up cool Hanukkah stuff, but it's all so ugly. So that's my bottom of the cob, is how we failed at sharing what a great holiday this is for kids. Thank you. This is a stocking. This is a Christmas thing. We don't need a Jewish Christmas stocking. What I need is fried food and something else dope, like a DJ.
All right.
Fireworks.
Top of the cob.
Okay.
My top is having those. It's even though I scolded you for this candle, it's appropriate you have it because my top is having those like seasonal scents that you're like, ooh, it's happening. Ooh, there's a chill in the air. Ooh, there's a fir tree. Ooh, I lit my dirty gingerbread candle. Ooh. That's what it's called.
Dirty gingerbread. Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, we've arrived. It's happening.
Like it smells like mulch and cinnamon.
Scent is the sense tied most to memory.
It's true.
So it's nice. So, okay, do you want some other people to go?
Yeah.
That is nice. I thought that was very nice.
Thank you, Scott. Top of the cob.
You said a candle.
Scents. Yes. You like a candle, you brought it with you.
Yeah. My top of the cob is so bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
My top of the cob is that my office is closing for 2 delicious weeks.
Whoa!
For Christmas.
You'll get to get away.
Yes.
Are you hoping that her dog dies during those 2 weeks?
No.
Me neither. I was just saying what we were all thinking, guys.
I was going to say, closed for 2 weeks while they launch an investigation into the VP for various human rights things.
Yeah.
Enjoy that break and that mental
I'll
break.
get a nice, quiet break.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
I
a
love
perfect top. Yeah.
What's your name?
Brady, like the Brady Bunch.
Come up to the thing.
Yep.
Great.
All right, so my top of the cob is I'm like a big Marvel fan, and the other day I brought a bunch of computers home from work, and got Comic-Con tickets.
Oh.
So I did like 5 computers, 2 browsers per computer.
Wait, like you were at the same time trying to like get
Logged
that.
into all of them.
That didn't track
tickets?
for a
I
lot
got
of people
tickets.
listening. I was like, you
Yeah.
printed off from, okay,
It's
got
like
it.
trying to get Taylor Swift tickets.
Right.
Yeah. But for nerds,
But, okay, so how many days are you going?
for 4. I got all 4 days
And how many people are you going with?
just going by myself. Yeah.
Great, because then you get to do whatever
You
you,
get to
want.
do whatever you want.
Come
Yeah.
see me. I'm at a booth.
I love my wife, but she doesn't want to go.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
Do you want to tell people what booth?
I guess. Shout Studios.
Yay!
Nice. And I tried last year and I didn't get it, but then I did get it for
'Cause of all
next
your
year, and it's my
computers.
40th birthday. So
Oh.
yeah.
All right.
I wasn't aware that. I thought anyone could just go. I didn't realize it.
No. Some people try for
So
like
wait,
9 years and
I've
don't get
upset the
tickets.
Have you gotten a hotel?
No, we have family in San Diego.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Sick. That's
Okay.
year round. You can use
You're
that.
set.
Got great beaches.
This is a
good
great
Mexican
top.
food scene. What?
Nice.
It's a
You take
great
the
top of the
train.
cob. Take the train.
I do want to say that before I give you my top of the cob, I actually wrote 2, and so I'll just give. I reamed you for yours being a candle, but mine was just eggnog. Without the alcohol.
Yeah, I agree.
And as I put on these outfit, I was like, I'm sort of dressed like eggnog. Do I want to say that? Nobody thought that was funny. That's cool. I just like it. I just like it. But I actually am really grateful for this podcast, for how many episodes we've done, for the fact that you've stuck with me doing it. And I'm really grateful for the loyal fan base. I always joke that we have a small fan base, but it actually means the world to me that people take time out of their lives. They come from work, they drive in, they take the train, the worst callback to a joke ever. She's so over it.
Keep talking about it.
Just don't hear a lot of trains in LA. It's great. But it means a lot because I've always wanted to do this show and we made it happen. So I appreciate and I'm grateful for this Sirius XM, you, and honestly, our fans.
Scott, Hot Scotty.
I'm sorry.
Cody.
I always forget.
It's okay, I'm back
No, it's awful. You're used to it.
But
Cody.
you do love all the
Colin,
sounds that he
yeah.
does.
Everybody.
Jeff. Everybody.
Jeff, especially Jeff. And it just means a lot. And we put a lot of work into this and we're trying to build something. And I love that people are watching. And that makes me feel, it's hard to fill a room in LA and we've done it 3 times. So
Well, can I share the level of commitment you have to this show? Because it really made me laugh. You got full hair and makeup done. I changed into
It's so
a
expensive.
more wrinkly shirt.
Yeah.
Because it was in my suitcase. So I swapped t-shirts, threw out a blazer that does have Tianfu's hair on it. You got full hair and makeup and wore all white.
Nope, this is my hair normally. I didn't touch it.
Okay, you
This is
got
my
full
hair.
makeup and you wore all white.
I want it to be special. I've been dreaming of doing a Christmas episode. In my
I know.
perfect world, we had Christmas snacks, but then we'd hear the unwrapping in real life off camera. But hopefully this time next year, it could be like we could just do I just think it's so fun. So I'm so glad that you guys came here. And if you're watching this, I think it's about to be the holidays. So happy holidays from all of us here at Ask Iliza Anything. All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Serve up holiday magic from Whole Foods Market. Save on organic spiral cut bone-in ham and curated cheeses. Plus, explore limited time finds and gifts for every gathering. Shop Whole Foods Market in-store or online. Terms apply.
The first ever Kia K4 seamlessly combines bold style and advanced tech. With striking star map LED headlights and an available panoramic display, the Kia K4 delivers design and function. The available surround view and blind spot view monitors can help provide added confidence. Plus, Sirius XM comes standard, bringing you closer to what you love. The Kia K4 balances aesthetics and innovation. Learn more at kia.com/K4. Surround view and blind spot view monitors may not detect all objects around or behind the vehicle.